Okay, hello everyone. Welcome back to my channel, Learning English with Miss Bintang. So, in this session today, we are going to learn about sentence variety. Sentence variety. Okay, do you know what sentence variety is? Ya, sentence variety adalah macam-macam kalimat. Today we are going to learn about three of sentence type variety. The first one, we are going to learn about simple sentences. The second one, we are going to learn about compound sentences. And the third one, we are going to learn about complex sentences. Now, let's move to the first types, that is simple sentences. What is simple sentences? Simple sentences are sentences that contain a single clause. Simple sentences, kalimat simple, mengandung single klausa atau klausa tunggal. It expresses a single complete thought, and a simple sentence is a single independent clause. Jadi simple sentence itu mengekspresikan satu pikiran yang komplit atau mengekspresikan satu independent clause, klausa independent. Okay, let's take a look at some example of simple sentence. The first one, we have Tiana looks pretty in her dress. Tiana terlihat cantik dalam balutan dressnya. Second one, we have Tiana went to the park yesterday. Tiana pergi ke taman kemarin. Okay, from these two examples, let's see the formula of simple sentence. There's the last example. Andy spent his time with his dog on the weekend. Okay, let's move to the formula of simple sentence. The formula of simple sentence contain or start with a subject, followed by verb, and followed by complement or object. Let's see to the examples that I already read it to you. Tiana looks pretty in her dress. Tiana here is as a subject and the verb is looks. And the complement, the rest of the sentence is the complement. Tiana a subject, went as verb, and to the park yesterday as a complement. And the last examples, Andy as subject and spent as verb. Okay, now we are going to learn about compound sentences. Compound sentences are sentences that contains two independent clauses. Dua klausa independent. In the compound sentences, there are conjunction. The conjunction for, and, nor, but, or, yet, so. Join these two independent clauses. Connect the two independent clauses in the compound sentence. And the hint, if you have difficulty to remember the conjunction spell fanboys, for, and, nor, but, or, yet, and so. The conjunction used can impact the meaning of the sentence. So, from the 7 conjunction, usually there are 4 common conjunctions that usually used in compound sentence. The first one is but. But is to show something that have difference, but menunjukkan sesuatu yang berbeda. Dan the second common conjunction is and, the conjunction and. Ini untuk menunjukkan sesuatu yang setara. Conjunction so untuk menjelaskan konsekuensi, dan conjunction or untuk menjelaskan atau memberitahu tentang pilihan. Okay, let's take a look at the example of compound sentence. The first example. The cat was unsuccessful in his attempt to catch the mouse, and the mouse was equally as unlucky as his attempt to get the cheese. In this example, it is used the conjunction and, because the first clause and the second clause has the same standing, the equal standing. Okay, the second example. The dog had watched all of this, but he had refused to become involved. This is show two different, two contrastive or different connection. The dog had watched all of this, but he had refused to become involved. Okay, from these examples, let's take a look of the formula of compound sentence. The formula of compound sentence contain or begin by stating an independent clause, then followed by coordinate conjunction, and followed by independent clause number 2. Remember, the compound sentence contain two independent clauses that connect by coordinate conjunction. In the first example, the first independent clause, the cat was unsuccessful in his attempt to catch the mouse, then followed by, don't forget to put a comma before the coordinate conjunction. And in this example, it is used and conjunction and followed by independent clause number 2. The cat was unsuccessful in his attempt to catch the mouse, and the mouse was equally as unlucky as his attempt to get the cheese. Okay, so in these compound sentences, you don't forget to put a comma before the coordinate conjunction. Next, we are going to talk about complex sentences. What is complex sentence? Complex sentence is a sentence that contains an independent clause joined by one or more dependent clause. Okay. In the complex sentences, a subordinating conjunction begins the dependent clauses. A subordinating conjunction begins the dependent clauses. And a dependent clause that begins a sentence must be followed by a comma. So, if a sentence begins by dependent clause or dependent clause put in the front of a sentence, it must be followed by a comma. And a dependent clause has a subject and a verb, but it doesn't make sense on its own. That is why it's called dependent clause. Okay, there are some subordinating conjunction that you can use in a complex sentence. There are after, how, until, although, if, unless, and etc. Let's take a look at some examples. The cat fell asleep on the warm kitchen because it was deprived of sleep the night before. Second example. The second example. After he gave it some thought, the mouse decided to wait until later for his track. Okay, now let's learn about the formula of a complex sentence. The first formula is begin by independent clause, followed by conjunction, and followed by dependent clause. Or it can be start or begin with conjunction clause, conjunction, and followed by dependent clause and followed by independent clause. Let's take a look of these two examples. Do you find any differences or any difference between these two examples? Yes, the use of comma. If you start a sentence, a complex sentence, by independent clause followed by conjunction and followed by dependent clause, you don't need to use comma before the conjunction or after the conjunction or after any clause. But in the second formula, if it is start with conjunction and dependent clause, must be followed by a comma. After he gave it some thought, comma, the mouse decided to wait until later for his track. Okay, thank you everyone. I think that's all a brief explanation about a simple sentence, a compound sentence, and a complex sentence. I hope you are understand. It's easy to understand by all of you. And now it is your turn to create your own sentences. That's all from me. Thank you for watching. Have a great day. And don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Bye bye. Thank you, everyone.